This prayer didn't come to you by chance. Of all the places and paths you could be in right now, God chose this moment to touch your heart through the powerful intercession of Saint Charles Acutis. It's no coincidence that you've stopped here. It's a sign. It's an answer. It's heaven's care for your life. Perhaps you are tired, distressed, carrying pain that no one understands, feeling that you no longer have the strength to carry on. Perhaps you have sought help in human ways and found no way out. But today, at this very moment, Saint Carlo Acutis, a young man who surrendered his life to God with simplicity and purity, extends his hand to intercede for you before the throne of the Most High. It doesn't matter if your pain is physical, spiritual, familial, or financial. Miracles happen when we open our hearts and believe. Before we begin this powerful prayer, I want to share something important with you. If this message has touched your soul so far, I urge you from the bottom of my heart, subscribe to this channel now and activate the notification bell. This goes beyond pressing a button. It's a spiritual commitment we've made together. Every day, without fail, a new prayer comes to you with faith, hope, and love to renew your life. Don't let the enemy steal this daily opportunity to draw closer to God. By subscribing, you not only strengthen this space of faith, but you open a door for divine grace to constantly flow into your life. Here, each prayer transforms tears into hope, fear into courage, emptiness into God's presence. You have never been alone. Saint Charles Acutis, who called the Eucharist his road to heaven, walks beside you today, interceding for immediate miracles and the urgent help your heart so desperately desires. Allow yourself. Take a deep breath, open your heart, and surrender. This is the moment to trust, believe, and ask without fear, for he who asks in faith receives. This is not just another prayer, it is a true encounter with heaven, where the impossible begins to become possible. Beloved Saint Charles Acutis, young man full of light, who taught us in such a short time that true happiness lies in living alongside God, today I stand before you with all the humility of my heart. I know I'm not here by chance. I know that heaven prepared this moment for me. Saint Charles, intercessor of believers, you who called the Eucharist your path to heaven, look upon me now. I carry within me pains, fears, worries, and struggles that I can no longer bear alone. I need your intercession before Jesus, the miracle of miracles. With all my faith, I ask for an urgent miracle in my life. You who were so close to God's presence, who lived with a pure and trusting heart, present my supplications before the Lord. Calm my afflicted soul, strengthen my weary spirit, and open the doors of the impossible, for only heaven can answer the cry I carry. Today, Saint Charles, I pray not only for myself, but for all who face deep pain, who feel the weight of hardship and the seemingly endless wait. Intercede for each heart that prays with me now, that divine help may arrive without delay, bringing healing, liberation, peace, and hope. Saint Charles Acutis, you who knew how to recognize God's love in the small details of life, teach me to trust even when everything seems difficult. Teach me to wait even when answers are delayed. Teach me to believe even when my eyes only see obstacles. Look, Saint Charles, upon the wounds of my heart, upon the tears I often shed in silence. Intercede for me with Jesus, so that I may be healed of the pains that weigh me down, whether in body, mind, or soul. May the power of God descend upon me and transform all that paralyzes me into strength, courage, and victory. I place my family before you at this moment. You who so loved purity and holiness, guard the homes that pray with me now, protect children, strengthen marriages, and comfort those who suffer from divisions, arguments, or distance. May your intercession bring unity, peace, and reconciliation, where today there is only pain and separation. I also entrust to you, Saint Charles, my financial life and all my material needs. You who knew how to live simply, help me trust that God always provides. Open the doors to work, opportunities and unexpected solutions. Intercede so that nothing will be lacking in my home, and that heaven's abundance may reach my life. And above all, St. Charles, I ask you to help me not lose faith. Because without faith I can't take a step. Without faith, everything seems empty. Take me by the hand and lead me closer each day to Jesus, the only one who can transform my story and perform the miracle I so desperately await. Saint Carlo Acutis, at this moment I place before you all my anxieties, fears, and worries that keep me awake at night. You who have always trusted in divine providence, teach me to place everything in God's hands and rest in the certainty that He hears every cry of my heart. Intercede for me, St. Charles, that I may receive urgent help in all that afflicts me. May your light illuminate the paths that seem closed. May the doors that seem locked be opened by the power of God, and may I feel clearly and immediately the presence of the miracle in my life. I pray to you, St. Charles, for my health and vitality. Bless my body, heal my illnesses, strengthen my system, and remove any pain, fear, or disease that would paralyze me. May your intercession with Jesus transform every cell, every organ, and every negative thought into renewed life, energy, and hope. St. Charles, I also pray for those I love. May your care reach the hearts of those who are distant, distressed, or lost. May your prayers to God bring protection, light, and immediate solutions to all who need comfort and divine help. Look, St. Charles, at the situations that seem impossible, at the miracles that only God can perform. I place before you my most urgent requests, trusting that your intercession is powerful, that your faith in the Lord can open paths I never imagined possible. Saint Carlo Acutis, you who are a light and example to so many young people and adults seeking God's presence, help me to remain steadfast in faith even in the face of the impossible. Teach me to recognize that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and that every difficulty is a call to trust more deeply in the Lord. Intercede for me, St. Charles, so that I may feel divine intervention in my life now, in this instant. May every closed door be opened, every barrier be removed, and every desperate situation find a swift solution through the power of God and your intercession. St. Charles, look upon my dreams, my plans, and my most urgent needs. You who were faithful to God at every moment of your short life, bring my requests to Him with love and trust. May your intercession be the bridge that connects my supplications to God's will, bringing immediate miracles and swift answers to my life. I also ask you, St. Charles, for protection against everything that would distance me from God's peace and light. Ward off invisible dangers, negative energies, and influences that would make me give up or lose faith. May your presence strengthen me, guide me, and keep me safe under the shadow of the Most High. Saint Carlo Acutis, at this moment I place in your hands all that I need most: health, protection, urgent miracles, strength to carry on, renewed hope, and immediate solutions for the situations that afflict me. May your intercession open the paths of the impossible, and may I feel God's living presence transforming my life right now. St. Carlo Acutis, guide me so that I may not lose hope, even when everything around me seems to be falling apart. May your unshakable faith inspire me to trust fully in the power of God, knowing that no obstacle is too great for the one who can do all things. Intercede, St. Charles, that I may receive clear signs of divine presence in my life. May every step I take be blessed, may every decision be illuminated, and may I feel with my heart and soul the hand of God working in my favor right now. I pray to you, St. Charles, for the urgent miracles my life so desperately needs. Bless my difficulties. Transform every problem into an opportunity for growth, and every pain into renewed strength. May the impossible become possible. May fear be transformed into courage, and may darkness be transformed into full light. Look upon me, Saint Charles, with compassion and love. You know all that I carry in silence, the unshed tears, the unspoken worries, the desires my heart has not yet dared to ask for. Bring all this to the throne of God and plead for me, that grace and miracles may arrive immediately, with divine strength and precision. Saint Carlo Acutis, intercede for my spiritual life. Strengthen my faith, purify my heart, renew my hope, and teach me to remain steadfast on God's path, even in the face of life's storms. May your light shine upon me, dispelling the shadows and bringing peace, comfort, and absolute trust in the action of the Almighty. Saint Carlo Acutis, at this moment I place before you every situation that concerns me, every burden I carry, every challenge that seems impossible to overcome. You who lived so close to God and witnessed his power in small acts of faith, intercede for me now. May your prayer to the Lord open paths where today I see only obstacles. Help me, Saint Charles, to feel God's presence even in moments of greatest affliction. May my heart be filled with courage, my mind with clarity, and my soul with peace. May I perceive signs of hope in every detail of my day, even when all seems lost. Saint Charles, I ask you for the miracles my life needs now, without delay. Intercede for my health, my protection, my prosperity, the well-being of my family, and for every urgent need I carry in my heart. May God's power manifest swiftly and concretely, bringing unexpected solutions and restoring my life with abundant blessings. Look upon me, Saint Charles, with the same love and care you showed those most in need while you were on this earth. Bring to the throne of God every request my heart has not yet dared to speak aloud. May your intercession open the doors of the impossible, and may I feel God's miraculous action right now in every aspect of my life. Saint Carlo Acutis, guide me so that I may remain steadfast in faith, even in the face of uncertainty, and so that I may never lose hope. May your light shine upon me, dispelling doubts, fears, and shadows. And may divine strength surround me, protecting me from all that separates me from God's peace and fullness. Saint Carlo Acutis, at this moment I place before you all my desires, all my urgent needs, all the doors that seem closed, and all the hopes that stubbornly fade. You, who were so close to God and lived with a pure heart full of faith, intercede now on my behalf. Take, Saint Charles, my tears, my fears, and my doubts to the Lord, asking him to touch my life with immediate miracles. May every difficulty that holds me back be transformed into victory. May every challenge become an opportunity, and may divine providence manifest itself swiftly, clearly, and powerfully. Intercede for my health, Saint Charles, so that my body and mind may be restored. Heal my visible and invisible wounds. Strengthen me against all evil, and bring me energy, vitality, and balance so I can face each day with renewed confidence and hope. Look, Saint Charles, upon my family and those I love. May your intercession protect homes, bring peace to troubled hearts, reconcile broken relationships, and lead everyone to God's light. May your prayer open paths where today I only see obstacles and bring unexpected, miraculous, and urgent solutions to us all. Saint Carlo Acutis, intercede now for all situations that seem impossible, for my financial life, my work, my dreams, my projects, and for all that I carry in the silence of my heart. May God's power manifest, transforming the impossible into reality, bringing immediate help with strength, clarity, and divine love. Guide me, Saint Charles, so that I may remain steadfast in faith even in the face of storms. May your light shine upon me, dispelling fear, anguish, and doubt, and filling my heart with courage, hope, and absolute trust in God's action. May I feel now in this moment the living and miraculous presence of the Lord, transforming my life profoundly and definitively. Saint Carlo Acutis, I come before you with my whole heart open, bringing every fear, every pain, and every desire I carry within me. You who were so close to God and so full of faith, intercede with the Lord, so that my life may receive immediate help. Look at my difficulties, Saint Charles. Those obstacles that seem insurmountable, that block my path, that make me doubt. Take them all before God and pray for quick, miraculous and urgent solutions. May every situation that distresses me be transformed. May every challenge become an opportunity, and may every problem find a divine solution right now. Intercede for me, St. Charles, that I may clearly feel God's presence in every moment of my life. May my mind be enlightened, my heart strengthened, and my soul renewed, so that I may walk confidently, without fear, knowing that heaven is working on my behalf. I ask you, St. Charles, for protection against all evil and negativity that tries to separate me from peace and divine light. Ward off dangers, dispel fears, and eliminate the anxiety and sadness that overwhelm me. May your intercession envelop me in God's strength and light, bringing security, comfort and hope. Saint Charles Acutis, I offer you my deepest and most urgent prayers. Intercede for my health, my family, my projects, my dreams, and for all that I still dare not ask for out loud. May your presence with God transform my life, opening paths, solving problems, and bringing immediate miracles that only He can perform. Saint Charles Acutis, with all the faith I place in your holy heart, I ask you now, intercede for me before God, so that the miracles I so desperately need may happen. Immediately, may every obstacle be removed, may every difficulty be transformed into victory, and may I clearly feel God's powerful action in my life at this moment. I ask you, St. Charles, for urgent help in my life, for quick solutions and the answers that only God can bring. May my health be restored, my family protected, my finances blessed, and my paths open to prosperity, peace, and joy. May every suffering be replaced by relief, every fear by courage, and every despair by renewed hope. Dear St. Charles, present to the Lord every desire, every plea, and every need I hold in my heart. May He perceive my faith and, through your intercession, bestow upon me the miracle I so long for. May my life be renewed, my soul replenished, and my spirit strengthened, so that I may move forward in confidence, certain that I am never alone. Saint Charles Acutis, example of faith, humility, and love for God, I am grateful for your intercession. I am grateful for the divine presence in my life, for the miracles already granted, and for those yet to come. May your light continue to illuminate my steps, and may God's grace manifest in my life now, immediately and abundantly. Amen. If you've made it this far, share in the comments the miracle you most desire to achieve through Saint Carlo Acutis. Don't hide your faith. Every written word is a prayer rising to heaven.